Hey guys, I hope y'all are having a great day today. So we're going to be doing a very laid back, chatty, get ready with me video today. I am going to be trying out a new foundation during the video. So this is the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm Foundation. So this isn't going to be a dedicated first impression and wear test video on this foundation for today. It's going to be more or less like a first impression, and I will explain why when we get to that part of the video. But for the most part, we're just going to be chit-chatting about a bunch of different things. I kind of don't remember already like all the stuff that we talked about, but just like, some, random conversation, and I'm hoping that y'all will engage in the comments during the conversation. And of course, I'm going to tell y'all the products that I use to do my makeup for today. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. On this channel, we do makeup videos catering to the 40 and over crowd, but makeup lovers of all ages are welcome. So make sure you subscribe while you're here today. I would love to have you join the channel, and I would really appreciate your support. Okay, y'all, let's jump right into it. Okay, so y'all know that I have been doing my eye makeup first lately, so that's what we're going to stick with. I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer as primer today. I ended up taking the stopper out of this, and I have a good amount of product still left in here, so I'm glad I did that because I really like using this as a primer. But I said that I'm not going to be repurchasing it when I fully run out because I do have other things that I really need to use up. So this is the shade Chestnut, just in case you're wondering, and I like taking just like a big like fluffy brush just to kind of make sure this is all nice and flat on my lid. So I'm thinking I'll show you guys what eyeshadow palette I'm using in a minute, but I'm thinking that I want to do something kind of simple. I might be doing like a really like laid back natural type of look today, or I might do like a bold lip with a simple eye look. I'm not sure yet, but we will see. So for eyeshadow, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. So I told y'all in my last couple of videos that this is like my favorite palette ever, but I don't know the last time that I used it. So I said I'm gonna break it out today. So I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Almond Truffle here. This is actually my favorite shade in the palette. That one I can kind of like slap on my lids and just go if I'm trying to do something like really quick. Where's my brush? This isn't the brush that I was looking for, but I know as soon as I finish putting this on my eyes, I'll find the brush that I wanted to use. But I'm just using a flat shader brush, and I'm just gonna start kind of like packing this all over the lid. You know what, maybe I should have kind of dusted that on the lid first. Let me see if I can kind of spread this out, and then I can kind of use this color as kind of like to set the concealer and also use it as the color on my lid. I like to set the concealer in place when I'm doing a matte eye look. This concealer does have a matte finish, but I still kind of like to set it in place first. So, but yeah, this particular color, this used to be like my go-to color for when I wanted just a splash of color on my lids, but I didn't really want to like think about the eye look that I was doing. I just wanted to throw something on so I could like get out the house. And you guys know how I like my cool tone, like mauve-y types of colors. So I do want this video to be kind of like laid back and, conversational. I'm hoping that you guys will chime in the comments. But I am a little nervous because every time I do one of these like chatty types of videos, which I don't do them often, but when I do them and I go back and edit, to me my makeup always looks just bad because I get so wrapped up in the conversation that I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing when I'm applying my makeup. But we'll see. I also kind of like doing these laid back videos because I don't always want to be like super perfect when I'm doing my makeup, if that makes sense. Like I definitely want my makeup to look nice, but I just think it's a lot more relatable when you can see people who are like making mistakes when they do their makeup, because that, happens sometimes. So that might have sounded kind of weird that I want to make mistakes, but I hope y'all get what I'm saying. So next I'm going to go in with this color here. I'm going to put this on the outer part of the lid and also on the lower lash line. So I'm sticking with that same brush. And whenever I'm doing my my eye makeup, I try to remember to not go so far out with whatever color I'm putting on the outer corner. I just like for my eye makeup to go kind of like in this angle as opposed to out more. So I try to remember that. But yeah, like I was saying, I wanted this video to be, you know, laid back, conversational, but I feel like this part is going to end up being more tutorial-y because it's hard for me to like really concentrate on what I'm doing and talk to you guys at the same time when I'm doing my eye makeup. But before I forget, let me know in the comments if you would like to see a completely unedited makeup tutorial video. I've seen those floating around and I really like watching them, but they're long, so I do try to keep my videos as short as possible, just because I don't want to, you know, waste anybody's time. But if I do a completely unedited video, it's probably going to end up being anywhere from like 45 minutes to a little over an hour. And that would definitely be like a Sunday upload video for me. But let me know if y'all would be interested in seeing that. Before I buff everything out, I'm going to take my small blending brush in this same color that I have on the outer part of the lid. I'm picking up just a little bit more of that, and I think I want to drag this into my crease area just a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to pick up this shade here. This is called Mocha, and I'm going to use that to buff everything out. I always kind of hesitate to announce this, but I try really hard to stick to 2 videos a week. And I really don't know if it makes too much of a difference if I upload like on the same day every week. I always try to do a Sunday upload because I don't know if it just ends up being like the video that I end up putting out on a Sunday or happenstance. I don't know, but the Sunday videos tend to do pretty well for me. So I try to always do a Sunday video. And then I try to do a Wednesday video just because I feel like Wednesdays and Sundays are kind of like evened out in terms of how much time is passing between each video. But if I do that unedited video, I would definitely like to do that on a Sunday because I like to do videos that I think are going to be a little bit longer. I like to do those on Sundays because I just feel like people have more time to watch them. So I just don't like announcing that I am trying to stick with Wednesday and Sunday. Maybe I should announce it and then that way I can kind of hold myself more accountable. But I am trying really hard to stick with 2 videos a week, but it just doesn't work out sometimes. But for those of you who are YouTubers yourselves, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll clean up the eyes a little bit later on. So I'm going to do my eyeliner and mascara next. So I've been doing that before I put on my complexion products lately, and I just like the way it all turns out better that way. So I'm using the NYX matte liquid liner. This is in black. For my top lashes, I'm using my Colurpop Act Natural mascara, and for the bottom I'm using the Essence Lash Princess. So I'll do these off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like so far. We'll clean that up later. So next I'm going to be trying out a new foundation. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. So I think this is going to be kind of like a tinted foundation version of the KVD Good Apple Foundation Balm that came out a few months ago. So let me give you a little bit of information about this, and then as I'm applying it, I'll explain why for today this is going to end up being kind of like a first impression video and not necessarily like a wear test video on this. But first, let me give you guys some information about this. So this is a 4-in-1 tinted balm, and it's supposed to firm, smooth, conceal, and even your skin. It comes in 8 different shades. I have the shade medium 20, so I'll show you guys a swatch in a little bit. And it says in here that it's infused with firming serum, but I don't know what the serum is. I kept looking for that and I don't know exactly what it is, but it does say that it's infused with a firming serum. It's supposed to give a light to medium coverage, and they're calling this an anti-aging foundation. So normally when I'm trying out new foundations, I like to do dedicated first impression and wear tests on the new foundations. So this is what it looks like here. It's definitely very balmy. And again, this one is the shade medium 20. So I already know that this works out for my skin tone. Like, just in case you're interested and you want to use me as a shade reference, medium 20. I would prefer to do first impression and wear test videos on new foundations. However, I have already tried to do that with this foundation. I have just been dealing with some really crazy congestion lately. And so this is what it looks like on the skin. I tried to wear this and I only got through like maybe like 30 minutes. And of course I had a sneeze attack, I had to blow my nose, and I just completely messed up the foundation in the center of my face. Now I did still, you know, keep it on like the rest of my face because I was just, you know, sitting around the house. But I said, instead of like trying to do a wear test video on this, I'll just, you know, wear it again for this video, and then I'll be able to give you guys some insight into what I think about this product and if it's something that I would recommend. But I'll have to update you guys either in a pinned comment, or if I am able to update y'all later on today as I'm filming this, I'll let you know. I'll give you some, you know, instruction on the screen or something like that. But because I've just been dealing with my congestion lately, I just don't trust myself that I can get through like a full like 8-hour period without having to mess up the makeup. So that's why I'm doing kind of like a first impression. I mean, this is my second time wearing this, but I didn't wear it long enough the first time to like, you know, really test it out. And then with this foundation, I don't even know, like I don't hear anybody talking about this, so I don't think it's like a highly anticipated launch anyway. But whenever there's a highly anticipated foundation launch and I know that you guys are going to be wanting a wear test, you know, I would definitely just wait until I'm up to it to do a full-blown wear test. But with this one, I said I think it'll be okay if I just incorporate it into this video, because I don't think anybody's sitting around waiting for wear test on this. So I will give you guys an update whenever I can on this product. So as you can see, like I said, it's supposed to give a light to medium coverage, and I think it does just that. And I'm sure you guys can see that it's very balmy. So you can definitely still see like a lot of stuff still peeking through on my cheeks. So I feel like it's doing exactly what it claims to do so far, which is to kind of like even out the skin tone. Now I do have oily skin, so if you have oily skin, a lot of us don't really care for like balmy products like this. But the reason I wanted to try it out is because I did really like the KVD Good Apple Foundation Balm, and I know some people just hated that, but that is like one of my favorite foundations, and it's a balm and it works on me with my oily skin. This one, I mean, I think I did wear it long enough like on the forehead and like on the cheek area to know that I could definitely wear this. Is it one of my favorites? I don't think so, but like I said, I don't think that I've given this like a full like fair shot just yet, but I think it is exactly what it claims to be, which is a tinted foundation balm. Now, does it firm the skin? I don't feel anything happening when I'm wearing this. To me, my skin doesn't look any more firmer. It just looks like my skin tone is evened out, and it just looks like very like glowy, like balmy on the skin, but not like super oily. And I still have to set this too, so keep that in mind. But I mean, I think it's an okay product, but like I said, this isn't going to be like a dedicated, you know, wear test video on this, but you know, I'll keep playing around with it so I can give you guys some updates. So before I set this foundation, I'm going to do my under eye concealer. So I'm going to start off with my Aucoin concealer. This one is in the shade SX13, and I have been using this as like a color corrector underneath my under eye concealer lately. And I think that this makes a really big difference because it's super full coverage. This particular color to me comes off kind of like orangey peachy, so it color corrects under my eye, and I'm able to use like less of my actual concealer. I see some people using this as a concealer. I feel like you could definitely do that, but for me, I like putting just a little bit of it on underneath my like brightening concealer. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I'm so sorry. I think I did mention that this comes in 8 shades. As far as I know, you can only get this on Amazon for $11.99. I haven't seen it anywhere else yet. So if you're interested you can look it up on Amazon, and I'll link it in my description box too. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia concealer. This one is in the shade 15. So while I'm putting this on, let me know in the comments how your Thanksgiving was, and let me know what you guys are planning for the rest of the holiday season. We had a really nice Thanksgiving here. I ended up doing all the cooking. My sister made deviled eggs, but I made everything else. And somehow, I don't know how we managed to do this, but somehow we were sitting down eating by like 2:30 on Thanksgiving, which that never happens, but because we ate so early, I was in bed by like 5:30, 6 o'clock on Thanksgiving because I was exhausted. But we had a really nice holiday, and I'm just thankful that we've had yet another opportunity to spend time together as a family, and it was really nice. So let me know how your Thanksgiving was. And for the rest of the holiday season, we're just, you know, doing the usual. Where's my brush? We haven't put up too many decorations yet, so we'll get around to that. I'm looking forward to Christmas Eve. So now that Thanksgiving is over, it's like full-blown countdown to Christmas Eve. And if you've been with my channel for at least a year, you know that I'm like a big kid at Christmas time. I love this time of year. I actually have not been watching as many Christmas movies yet as I normally do, because I have been hooked on the Marvel movies on Disney Plus. So let me know in the comments if you're an MCU fan. I've seen like all the MCU movies like, I don't know, a dozen times. But now that Hawkeye is out, if you're familiar with that, like every time I watch anything from Marvel Comics, I end up having to watch like 5 more things after that. So I've actually been watching more of that than like the Christmas movies so far. But now that I still call, you guys know what Freeform is, I still call that ABC Family. But now that their 25 days of Christmas like schedule is out and we're into December, I know I'm going to start watching more of like the holiday stuff. And then I'm definitely looking forward to Christmas Eve. We're going to be doing a seafood bash, I guess you can call it, just a big old seafood spread on Christmas Eve. And that's going to be Christmas dinner. We don't usually do anything too much like on Christmas Day. Okay, I'm going to set my under eye with my L'Oreal powder. This one is in the shade C5. I'm starting to think that this powder is actually maybe a little darker than the powder that I use for the rest of my face. This is the one I've been using for the past few weeks. This is the Kosas Cloud Set powder in the shade Pillowy. So I'm going to use this to set this foundation. Now, normally I would set, I have to find a brush to use. I'll use this one. Normally I would set my foundation with this brush. Now, because this foundation is like really balmy, I think I'm gonna use something a little more dense and like really press this powder into my face to like really set it. This particular powder is like really light, and I always suggest to people to use pressed powders as opposed to loose ones, especially if you are concerned about like premature aging and things like that. Like, I think pressed powders are better because they sit on top of the skin better, as opposed to like sinking into any like fine lines or wrinkles that you might have. So I'm just going to set one side of the face first so that we can see the difference. So this one is set over here and this one isn't set. So I think you guys can definitely tell that over here the shine has been taken down a lot, but you can still very much see like the balminess underneath my powder. So let me know if you can make that out. But I think if you have dry skin, maybe normal skin, you may not have to worry about that with this particular foundation or like any type of balmy foundation. But definitely if you have oily skin, you might want to just really like press your powder into your skin. Maybe even use a sponge to do this, but definitely use something kind of dense to like really lock this in place. So getting back to like holiday stuff, I am kind of disappointed this year because I really wanted to do like a version of Vlogmas, because I know that's like really popular on YouTube. And I wasn't going to do like filming for 25 days, but I was going to do like a version of of Vlogmas, and I'm just not able to do that this year. Like, I just haven't had enough time to plan it out and to, you know, get it going. But I'm claiming it now. I'm putting it out in the universe that next year I will be doing my version of Vlogmas. But I am kind of disappointed that I'm not going to be able to, you know, do it this time around. Next, I'm going to go in with blush and bronzer. So for blush, I'm going in with the one from the Anastasia, the Primrose palette. I forgot the name of it. So I'm going to be using this shade here. I love this blush. I think it's a really nice deep, like burnt orangey color. And I think I'm going to use like this brush that I would normally use to set my foundation. This one is like super pigmented too. So I don't know what I was saying just now, but I think I was talking about Vlogmas. Yeah, I'm putting that out now that, you know, next year I will definitely be doing a version of Vlogmas. So I know that's like a year away, but I'm going to start kind of like slowly advertising it like in the fall. So just, you know, look out for that. I really love this blush color. It's just, I really hope that they sell this like as an individual blush color. It's so pretty. Or I guess I need to look at like other blushes, because I don't think I have any other blush that's quite like this shade. So I need to find like a standalone one. As with all the other ABH palettes, this one is it's very powdery. So just keep that in mind. Like, I think that this palette is like really messy now because it has like that same formula as the other ABH blushes, but I just really love this color. Okay, for my bronzer, I think y'all already know what I'm going to be using. This is the Say Beauty bronzer. It's called the Sun Melt bronzer. This one is in the shade Deep Bronze. And the first time I saw this, I was like, oh no, this is too dark for me. But when I put it on, I was so pleasantly surprised because it's a really nice shade on me. So I'm sticking with this same brush. I'm just using the other side of it. And I feel like this bronzer, for it to be like as deep as it is, like, I don't know how they did it with the formula, but it's like you can just keep packing this on and it just won't look like it's too much bronzer. Like, it melts into your skin. Like, I don't know how they did it, but the formula of this is just really nice in that you can just keep on applying it if you want to look more bronzy, but it still ends up looking very natural. I keep looking at my eyeshadow trying to figure out what lipstick I'm gonna wear, and in my mind, I'll show you guys the two lipsticks that I was thinking about, so I'll swatch both of them. And in my mind, both of them would work, but I kind of feel like I'm gonna have to go with one over the other because of the colors that I have on my lids. Okay, I'm just trying to give my nose a little bit of dimension here. I put on too much product over there, but I'll fix that shortly. But I like to always apply my bronzer with this brush, and then I like to go back with whatever I used to apply foundation with, and then soften it back out so that it doesn't look all crazy. I always feel like I have this shadow on my nose that I can't get rid of, but oh well. And are we done? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's something else I'm supposed to do. I feel the need to put on a little bit more of this powder. Now, the first time I tried to wear this foundation, I didn't do that, but I just feel like I need to put on a little bit more. So I'm just going to go back in with like one more coat, and I'm going to kind of concentrate this over the bronzer because that's like cream too. I think it's because maybe I just wasn't paying too much attention the first time that I tried to wear this, but I feel like even though I've already set my face once, my skin is looking more balmy already, and it's only been like what, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, maybe like more like 15 or 20 minutes. But my point is, I haven't had this on for very long, and I feel like I'm already looking more balmy than I did when I first put the makeup on. Okay, so I think we are done. So let me just put on a little inner corner highlight here. So I'm going back into the Too Faced palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shade here. It's like a shimmery silver shade, and I'm going to attempt to just put on a very little tiny bit of this on my inner corner. And I say attempt because I often put too much eyeshadow right here, and then I go back and look at the video and I'm like, wow, that's like a whole lot going on right there. So I'm trying to be very light-handed, Just do a little bit. I think that's good. This eye here, it like really dips in right in the inner corner, and I know that's part of the reason why sometimes I go overboard right there. But I was thinking that I wanted to do some kind of bold, like wintry lip. So the first one that I thought of was Smoked Silver from Maybelline. So that's what this one looks like. It's a very like purpley, like frosted purple shade, I guess. So let me show y'all what this looks like. And you guys know how much I love like cool tone shades, so I know that this type of shade is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I feel like that would kind of work out with the eye look, especially if I pair it with a lip liner. And then I was thinking maybe like a more bold winter lip. So I very rarely do liquid lipsticks, but for today I was thinking maybe this Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the shade C Seduction, and it's a like very like bold blue lip, and to me it has kind of like a little bit of silvery something in there, or like some coolness. So let me know which one you guys are thinking. I do kind of feel like the eyes are so kind of low-key today that I could do either color with this. I guess I'm more so leaning toward this one because my eye look is kind of mauvey and this one is kind of purpley. So I don't know, should we do both and see which one we prefer? All right, let's do that. Let me start off with my lip liner. This is just my NYX lip liner in brown, standard brown liner. I just had to blot off some of my lip gloss first. All right, so let's start off with Smoked Silver. And I think we can get a better feel for like what lipstick we're gonna prefer with my hair down. So I don't remember the last time I wore this lipstick, but this one I'm having to put on like a lot of layers to get it to look like pretty pigmented, and part of that might be because I have a little bit of lip gloss on underneath this. So let me know what y'all think about this lip. I think I will try that dark blue one just for fun, and if I don't like either one of them, I'll just go with a nude lip. So let me know what y'all think about this one. This is Smoked Silver from Maybelline. So next I'm trying this one. This is C Seduction from Wet n Wild. I don't like this. I just don't like it. I just don't. First of all, I don't think that I'm all that good with applying liquid lipsticks to begin with, but I just don't like the colors together. So I'm going to go back to the other one, Smoked Silver. Let me know if you agree, but yeah, I don't like this one. Okay, I decided to go back to the Smoked Silver shade because I do like this one better, but I did top it with some clear lip gloss. This is the Essence Shine 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 lip gloss, and this shade is called my color is completely gone off of the tube, but it's just the clear one. So I just dabbed that on top of it just to make the lipstick look a little smoother because I just feel like it was looking kind of dry. This is one of their matte lipsticks, but I do think this color looks better with the eyes. I think that I would prefer though like a nude lip, just because this shade of lipstick, I feel like it's one of the ones that makes your teeth look a little bit yellower than they actually are, but I'm just gonna leave it like this for today because I did really want to try to like do like a bold lip for today. So this is the finished look. So per the usual, when I do these videos, when I get to the end of them, I have no idea kind of like what I rambled on about, but that kind of was the purpose of the video. I just wanted it to be kind of laid back, chatty, conversational, and hopefully you guys participated in the conversation in the comments. So I hope that you enjoyed the video for today. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel before you head out, and I will see y'all back here for my next one. Until then, take care. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.